I've worked on the water pretty much my whole life. Then I took an opportunity to work in the corporate world and realized that's not where I wanted to spend the rest of my life. I took the Shellfish class at UConn at Avery Point. They really did a phenomenal job. It was worthwhile. It fit into my schedule. They really prepared us going into this industry with this class. It's not something you could just, wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I'm just going to start doing it. It takes time.
Connecticut's not big, so our industry traditionally is kind of difficult to get into. We have a lot of private areas on the shoreline. There's state park property. Access is difficult in some towns. We start with the main components of the entire kind of world. What is general aquaculture? What are the options for new growers when they're getting into the industry? How are you ordering seed? So on and so forth. Now we're talking about business and marketing.
So Mike taught us about business planning. He taught us about how to start your business, thinking about how to monetize it, how to really make it work, essentially, right? You want to do this thing that you're really passionate about, but at the same time, you got to make it a job. They told us what to expect from the state, gave us all the tricks on the best site selection and the different ways you could go about growing the shellfish.
We talk about this every week. You don't need to have a PhD in biology to be an oyster farmer, but you need to know enough. You don't need to have a business degree, but you need to know enough. In our first year, we had a few operations that were just getting started in site selection and permitting and things like that. There's a clam operation, a few oyster growers. They are operational right now. They're actually selling product. I like seeing them building their online social media, so you can see them on Instagram, you can see them advertising, you see them at farmers markets, which is a really big part of the class. We talk about building that community, getting that customer base, and that will help you in the long run.
Once I get the green light from the state, then I can go out to the farmers market here in Stony Creek and I shuck them on the half shell for people, and at the same time I can bring them to a wholesale distributor and sell them. It's pretty cool to see it come to fruition, to learn everything in the classroom and to be able to apply it in a real setting. It's really fulfilling, it's invigorating work. There's nothing like getting home after a long day's work on the water and just being entirely fulfilled with what you've done.